Hi friends, this is Amy with Mayfield's Mercantile. Today we will be making a basket garland using our chicken wire that we purchased at Walmart. We're going to place it right here on the top of our red primitive cabinet. Now we'll use these zip ties. I also purchased these at Walmart. You can get them in any length, but this length works best for me. You can always come back later and cut the tails off. And if you need to do other projects that are different sizes or larger, you have larger zip ties. As you see, I am starting at the very top with a zip tie. This is going to close everything up nice and securely, and I'm going to continue to work my way down the chicken wire. What we are going for is a cylinder. We want a round cylinder that doesn't sit flat, so you can see I'm kind of moving it, bending it, making sure that it's secure but also rigid and round, because we want to make sure that when we attach our baskets to this garland, this base, they don't sit flat. So taking your zip ties, you will continue to go down the length of your chicken wire column. Now you can make this any length that you would like to. I am going for approximately a 12-foot column. This is going to be attached to the ceiling, and then it's going to drape over the top. Now, for some reason, I forgot to record the part where I actually attached it to the ceiling, and you guys can just guess how I did that. I screwed it into the wall. I love this mini grapevine wreath. Well, it's not really a wreath because we're going to break it apart, and it actually is meant to be used in garlands and decor around your door that you're trying to frame in. So as you can see here, I'm taking this little miniature grapevine and I am just twirling it throughout, around and over our column, because we want this to add height and movement and warmth. Okay, so now we've placed a few baskets. These are not secured yet, but I just wanted to kind of eyeball it and see how it's going to work. Miss Kathy is here, and she is always taking care of me and making sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. She keeps me on track. So now I'm going to take this basket and I'm going to use some floral wire to attach it to our column. Now you see in the right, my chicken wire jumped off of the screw. So we're not going to sweat that. We're going to fix that in a minute and make sure this is very secure. But for now, I'm going to stay on the ladder because these calves need a break. And I'm going to go ahead and get this basket attached. So now we're going to go back and we're going to fix the little piece of chicken wire that jumped. And so Miss Kathy is finding me the perfect screw, and I'm going to use my impact driver, and I'm going to go here at the top corner, and I'm going to go ahead and drill this into the wood. Now normally I would not drill into a piece of furniture, but this will be a permanent fixture. This will be a permanent display, and we're going to change it out for the seasons. So that's why I'm okay with going ahead and screwing the chicken wire directly into the piece of furniture. We also do not want any baskets falling on our precious customers' heads. That would be horrible. And I'm going to weigh this down pretty heavily with flowers and different things. So we want to make sure it's good and secure. So with a little bit of elbow grease and determination, I finally got this bad boy secured. This is my favorite part. It's the finishing touches on a display. So right now, I saw there was a little spot at the top that needed more texture. It needed a different size and shape basket. So I found this oval basket that was a little bit of a darker stain. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to run my floral wire through the base of my basket, and next I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my garland. So you may notice that some fall leaves have shown up in the video, and I am getting better at recording things and creating content. Sometimes I get in a tizzy and I get in a hurry and I forget to do things. So this is the garland that you see. I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. Now I love a good garland. You get better bang for your buck. And this is our draping garland. This garland I think averaged around $21, but you can break it into smaller pieces and it makes a great soft drape, a different texture to your pieces. So the fall leaves and the draping garland are both from Hobby Lobby, and right now this week they both are 40% off. So every year this is my favorite garland with the leaves. I like to break it apart, use it in several places, and I also picked this because it had a little hint of red in the tips of the leaves, and I like the way that married together with the cabinet. So you see, I'm just tucking some greenery in and around in different places. All right, now I'm always going to step back and see where I see holes, and we all see it. We all see the hole right there at the top. So I'm just going to address that while I'm talking to some of my sweet little customers. We love our little mini Mayfields family. These snips are amazing. These are 10-inch aviation tin snips. Now you can get these in the hardware section of any store. They work so much better than wire cutters. They're so easy. They cut through the stems like butter, and they save your hands. You will not be having hand cramps after an hour, because when you do a lot of floral design or working with wire cutters like I do, at the end of the day, you really want to use something that's as easy as possible. Okay, let's address this hole up here. So we're going to cut this little vine, and we're going to just kind of tuck some of the fall foliage in and around the basket. It's looking better. I still see a spot. We'll come back and fix that in a minute, because I saw another spot here. You guys can see it up by the barrel. It's too busy with leaves, and it doesn't have enough of the basket presents. So we're going to add another basket here. That's right, I said basket presents, people. So we're going to add another basket here, and we're going to just soften it with a few more of our fall leaves, and maybe come in and drape some of our garland. As I was finishing up some of the final touches, tucking some greenery, softening some spaces, it just kept bothering me that I could see straight into our honey display, which is on the back side of this cabinet. I didn't like that there was no visual stopping point for this display. I think stopping points are so critical, especially when you are dealing with a large space like we have in the mercantile. Now, what I did was, we had 2 doors that Miss Kathy had brought to us from someone who'd given them to her. And I was like, hey, these will make a perfect backdrop for our display. It'll give the eyes somewhere to stop, and it'll make this display our focal point. So you can see here, we're going to just tuck this kind of to the back of our display. Oh, look, the honey has disappeared, and it makes me so happy. So now I'm just kind of figuring out how I am going to hook this, adhere it, make it safe. There are always so many things to think about when you own a business, and our customer safety is always the most important to us. So we were able to get the doors kind of put together to see how they were going to look. And I like it because automatically, what is your eye doing? It's stopping. It gives your eye a chance to rest and really focus on what we want it to focus on. So now I'm just going to take some screws. I did not have a hinge, so I was just going to make this a permanent angle. So I used 2 of our screws and our impact driver, and I just screwed these 2 doors together, made them level to where it would create a nice backdrop. Miss Sonia is here helping me as we attach the doors to the back side. So we attached them together on the front, and then we came on the back side and created a brace using some of the other displays. So she was here helping me, making sure everything was level and sturdy, and once again, safe for our customers. Now I was like, okay, what are we going to put in front of this door to anchor it? This big barrel is going to give us the perfect surface for displaying some of our fall merchandise. Creating displays is my favorite part. Putting our merchandise out, our locally painted merchandise mixed with some of our new merchandise, mixed with some of our antique merchandise. So what I'm doing here is I am just staging out some of our products on the shelves. I like to have a mixture of new and old. And this is our final product. I think that this basket garland turned out super cute, and our customers love it. It is the perfect backdrop, the perfect primitive backdrop for all of our wonderful items. And look how beautiful it is. We hope that you enjoyed today's video. We hope that you found it useful. And we also hope that you will click that like and subscribe button, because we're going to grow together, and we're going to start making so many more videos. And I hope that you guys will come along, follow along on our journey here at Mayfield's Mercantile. We're located in the Denham Springs Antique Village in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Thanks, guys.